So basically, the CIA kind of proved that God exists.
The CIA did?
Yep, through the Gateway Experience, which was sleep therapy and stuff to introduce, get into a somewhat of a trance state, if you will. A very deep sense of meditation.
Yeah.
Sort of what Eastern philosophy has discussed for thousands of years within like the concept of Buddhism.
Yeah.
But basically, they discovered within this state and within a bunch of other tests of that nature.
Yeah.
That sort of, I guess the best way to put it is your consciousness has a sort of footprint above oneself, sort of, dimension-wise.
Right.
That's what makes gods. Gods are a concept of belief. The more belief, the stronger the god. Every single god that exists exists because of the faith of those who...
You bet. Okay, I hear you. I'm going to answer you, and then Stuart's going to take it. I am really offended when I go into a lot of churches in America, and I see a picture of Jesus on the wall. What's the color of his hair usually? Brown or light dark blonde, right? What's the color of his eyes usually? Often blue, maybe brown. What's the color of his skin? Pretty white, pretty like mine. And I begin to wonder, who are we worshiping here? I go into other churches and I see a picture of Jesus on the wall, and there's an American flag right beside it. Okay? I'm a proud American. I'm grateful for all the good that this country has done. I'm embarrassed by the evil that it's done at times. But I get a little concerned because I see Jesus and the American flag really tightly woven together. And then we got the other picture of Jesus. You know what that picture is? He's 6'1" white American male who happens to like basketball. Oh my goodness. I happen to be a 6'1" white American male, and I really like basketball. What am I doing? I am creating God in my own image. Now watch this. Hi, I'm Cliff. What's your name?
I'm Jonah. Nice to meet you.
Theodore. Good to meet you.
No, Jonah.
Harry?
No, Bob. Stuart, Kevin.
Okay, but stick with your name. What's your name?
Jonah.
Jonah. Okay, now why was I being rude to Jonah? Because I was an arrogant twit to the point of saying, I know your name better than you do, Jonah. And I'm going to create this guy according to my prejudices, which is Harry or Theodore. No, he's not Harry. No, he's not Theodore. Who is he? He's Jonah. And in order for me to have a relationship with Jonah, I'm going to have to accept who Jonah reveals himself to be. The same thing is true of God. If I create God in my own image, as a 6'1" white American male who likes basketball and has the American flag wrapped around him, I am a deceiver. I have to have the humility to allow Jonah to be Jonah, and I got to have the humility to allow God to be God. And Jesus Christ claimed to be God, speaking language that I, with my rational mind, can begin to understand. And this Jesus died, was buried in the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea, and 3 days later, he rose from the dead. The overwhelming evidence is Jesus Christ is reliable in a way that Jonah and Cliff are not reliable. And that is why if Jonah puts his faith ultimately in Jonah, and if Cliff puts his faith ultimately in Cliff, we are making one humongous mistake. But if Jonah and Cliff put our faith in Jesus Christ, based on the evidence that Christ is reliable in a way that Jonah and Cliff together are not, that's a very wise decision to trust in Christ. Does that make any sense?
Yes, sir.